I'm Crystal Washington, technology strategist and futurist.
And I'm Karen McCullough, the millennial evangelist who helps you adapt to change. I changed it. And we want to help you rethink it forward.
And by rethinking it forward, we mean that there are things that have worked for you in the past, but they may not work for you in the future. And if we're to be really honest, some of these things aren't even working for you now.
No, but today we are going to talk about my favorite subject. We're going to talk about managing your energy. Yeah.
So, we live in a time right now where we have so many things going on around us, and it's very easy for us to kind of get dragged into the moment. And so today we're focusing on managing your energy, which isn't necessarily staying positive or putting rainbows, but how do you make sure that you're continuously moving forward? And I know what it's like from this experience and past experiences to feel kind of drugged down or not know your next steps. And so I'm really excited for this particular episode because I know that, my friend Karen is excellent when it comes to energy management. And we're going to have some pretty cool tips for you at the very end as well.
We are. So I've got to start with a story. And my story is really when I started speaking. I took the stage and I remember talking about stress a little bit. But every time I would get off the stage, people would have comments for me and I couldn't wait to read them, thinking that they were going to tell me it was great content or they were going to tell me that I was really funny, but they didn't. What they said was I had high energy. And I heard this over and over and over again. And I went to a branding coach at the time and she said, let me look at what people are saying. And she read this whole thing about high energy. And she said, you know what, let's spin it around, she said, and let's call you a shot of energy. So in the very, very beginning, my branding was a shot of energy. And when I would send my newsletters out, it was about, you want to get a shot of energy. And I realized that a lot of people wanted it. A lot of people want to figure out how to get energy. And so I started doing a lot of research on it. This was like my big project. And I began to study the power that we have in controlling our energy. Mm-hmm. So I am hyper. I was going to say high. I'm not high, but I am hyper a lot. I was in high school. When I was in high school, the coach said, what did they call you in high school? And I said, they called me hyper. And she said, well, that's another word for high energy. And so I started looking at what this meant. And I discovered so many cool things that I want to share them with you. Because I believe that we can tap into our energy. I believe that it's a resource. For me, it is positive. It's not a negative resource. So I want to explain energy to you in one kind of simple little paragraph. We all have two forms of energy. We have positive energy and we have negative energy. In the positive energy, we have a very, very high positive and a low positive energy. So what does that mean? That means for me, when I'm enthusiastic and I'm excited, when I'm focused, when I'm working, when I want to say, don't stop me, I'm on a roll, I am using my positive energy. But if I used it all the time, if at night I was the same way, like the little Energizer bunny, I would go into negative energy.
And you'd look crazy to everyone else around you.
I would, Crystal, but I'm going to tell you something. When I answered the phone, when people used to call me, now they text, but when they used to call me and I answered the phone at night, because at night I knew I had to reserve my energy. And I am great at mellowing out. I am great at relaxing. I am great at picking the Netflix I want to watch and enjoying the whole night, because when I close that computer down, I'm done. And I am refueling my energy. But when I answer the phone at night and I go, hello, the first thing people say is, what's wrong? And I say, what's wrong? Well, you're like so low. Are you depressed? And I had to laugh because the expectation of someone like me is that I'm high all the time, and I'm not. Because I've understood this whole idea of refueling. So positive energy are all those words you want to be. You want to be excited. You want to be enthusiastic. And when we put that on a low beam, then we're relaxed and mellowing out. Negative energy is different. Negative energy feeds us also, but it feeds us in a negative way. And it comes in the form of fear and anxiety and being anxious. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying this today because maybe a few people are feeling that way. And I want to tell you that that's just your energy. So what I recommend you doing is something that you wouldn't think I would say, but it's about breathing. It's about deep breathing. And the reason I say it's something that you wouldn't think I would say, because I'm the gal that when she got her first yoga video, I fast forwarded it. Like, when's the action gonna start? Because I wasn't really in tune.
No.
Yes, I was like, where's the action? So here's the thing, for somebody like me who runs at a high speed most of the time, the secret is breathing, and it's deep breaths. I'm going to show you how to do it today, because there's a secret to refueling ourselves and breathing. And the secret is this: 3 breaths in, slow, 6 breaths out. So as we breathe in and we breathe out, we're connecting to the rhythm of our body, and it begins to slow us down and it begins to refuel us. So let's try it. Don't laugh, I'm doing this. This is so not me. Ready? 3 breaths in. I have to do about 10 of those, and I can feel my entire body. I can feel my blood pressure. I can feel everybody simmer down. So I want you to think about breathing. I want you to think about energy. I want you to notice when you're using high energy. And I want you to notice when you are in a state where your energy runs low. And I want you to take a moment and I want you to just do this breathing exercise, because I believe that it can help. I'm going to talk about every week. I'm going to bring something up on energy. But what today we talked about was your physical energy, the physical energy controlled by your breathing.
I love that. I feel so calm now. So I do want to bring up the point that sometimes, Karen, we have this nervous energy, and that might be a result of that negative energy you talked about, where we have that anxiety or just that thing that you can't get rid of that's sitting there. And I have a few suggestions for people that are dealing with that. I'm not someone who tends to deal with high anxiety, but when I have it, I don't believe in trying to cheer that away, if you will, right? Like you have to deal with it.
I agree.
And so one of the things that I taught my nephew, who is 8 years old, when Hurricane Harvey hit Houston, and Karen and I both live in Houston, everyone was stuck in the house for days, and it was flooded around the home where my nephew lived. And I could see, as I'm FaceTiming him, he's such a sweet, mellow kid, but I could see it in his eyes that he was going stir crazy. And I asked him, I said, how do you feel? And he said, mad. And I said, are you mad at anybody? He's like, no, TT, just mad. I said, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I said, I want you to put the phone down and tell mommy and everybody you're okay. You're just doing something that TT asks you to do if they hear a noise. And I told him to go in the restroom, and I told him to scream as loud as he could and shake his hands like this 3 good times and just scream until he had no more noise in him. And I demonstrated it, and he laughed. And then he went and he did it. And when he came out, he said, I feel better, TT. Thank you.
He released it.
Yeah. And I told him that's a trick you can use. I've done that in my car before, where, sometimes maybe there's a lot of stuff going on. You just need a moment. I don't do this on the road. Okay. If someone makes you mad, you don't start screaming and looking at them crazy. That's not what we're talking about. But letting off that nervous energy then allows you to feel more calm. And then maybe after you're done screaming and you get that burnt off, then maybe you use Karen's tip and you do the nice calm breathing. And then your family members are really going to be confused, but it's okay, because they'll love the after effect of the energy that you're bringing. So at the end of the day, it's okay. We don't always have to be positive and happy every second of the day, but we can manage our energy and make sure that we're showing up in the way that we want to for our loved ones, our clients, and all the people that matter for us. So, Karen, I think we're about done for today. Is there anything else that we need to mention?
No, I'm just going to go.
Is this when I scream? Ah! No.
Yeah, I'm Italian. I know about that screaming.
Well, there we go. I'm not going to say that.
Maybe that's why they live so long. Anyway, we don't know. But yeah, I guess it's time to say goodbye.
Yeah, we'll see everybody tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Tune in. We're looking forward to seeing you. Bye.